So, just to continue this video on, a couple of days later, we're going to have a look inside. So, I'm going to try to do everything one-handed, which is going to be entertaining. So, I've got Karen here with me, and first of all, we basically put smoke in there, and the reason why, just a little bit of smoke in there, just kind of gets the bees subdued a little bit, because what happens when they smell smoke, they assume forest fire, and when they assume forest fire, they go and hunker down into the hive and try and store as much honey up as they can, because everybody's all of a sudden now on emergency disappearing. So just going to lever the top off, again trying to do this single-handedly. Oh, there we. And when you lift the lid, they're all kind of inside. Everybody's a little bit hunkered to the back. They build comb wherever they want to build comb, and you can see on the inside of the lid they've just put a bit of comb. So we're just going to put the lid down out the way to one side, and we'll have a look inside. So on this one, again, this is a fairly small hive, and we're just starting with this one to try and get it built up for next year. So with my special hive tool, what we do is we just kind of loosen the end frames. Just excuse me, sweetheart, there we go, don't want to squish any of the girls. So when we loosen the end frames off, we can lift the frames out, and as you'll see when I lift this frame out, that's what we just call like plain foundation. So this is just like a plastic imprint the bees can build off. And so with this at the minute, there's not a lot going on, so we'll work a few frames in. Sorry for the camera work, it's a little bit trying to do stuff one-handed. So as we go in, there'll be more and more activity, because the bees tend to build from the center out. So these guys are just building. So we're just the easiest way to do this is remove the first few frames, and that gives you some room to work, and then we can just start to move the frames back out. So on this next frame, I'm just going to pull it so you can see, and 1 second, you can see there they started to build the comb out, they started to draw it out. Now if I flip round, you'll see on the other side the difference, and this is called drawing the comb. So they're actually started to draw the comb out and make it deeper, and when they draw it out and make it deeper, they'll fill it full of honey and nectar, and this is where we get our honey from. So this, again, this is the box. So this is just a honey, what we call a honey super. And as you can see on the next one, and where the camera works that good, they're starting to draw this one out a little bit more. So we'll just lever these two apart. Karen's just levering them apart, because again they just get a little stuck. They glue everything together. So you can see the orange stuff on the side right in there, that's called propolis. So propolis is their little sealing agent they make, and when you put the boxes on each other, they seal them all up, so the windproof basically, because they don't like drafts like we don't like drafts. So come on girls, there we go. Just on the other side there. Now you can see with these ones, there's white over the honey cap cover, honeycomb. Get my words out. And that's basically capping. So when they've capped it, that's saying that the humidity and everything is right in that comb, and it's ready to be harvested. But obviously we're not going to take them because they're not fully capped. We also spoke in the last video, you could see there, that's the queen screen. So that's the screen that the queen can't get through, and you can see all the workers below. So that was that metal screen we talked about between the two boxes. So this is basically just beekeeping now, and what they're doing is they'll work to the middle and work the way out. So the outer frames have got nothing in them, and the inner frames is where all the honey, and when they fill up, they'll work the way out. And as with the other boxes, these have got 2 honey supers on. So these are way more full than this box is, because there's more bees. Hopefully that explains a little bit more, and we'll see you in the next video.